Well, here in a bit, I'm going to have to break off and go. And oh boy, those horses are way loud, aren't they? Yeah, I try and turn up the sound so you guys get a taste of what the sound is like. And now you know why. The horses and some of the train whistles are like way loud. I don't blame people who crank these down too much. I'm even getting steamship sounds, and I don't even have a steamship out there. Hey, I'm Callie Jack. This is How Not to Game with Callie Jack, and this is part of our new tutorial session, the Expanding Worlds tutorial. Because there are some functions in the game that I never mentioned that we're going to explore as we go along. Hopefully I'm sounding better to everybody. I did take the hint and crank up the volume on the mic, pick up my volume on the microphone all the way. Got everything going, and we saw that Malibu Interstop is crowded, and we have 359 passengers, 349 of them trying to get over to the marketplace. So it's time to dispatch and make some money with a new line that's going to go straight from there over to here, and maybe even a line that's going to pick up people at the Interstop and take them straight to the I can't think of the word, marketplace. I had to look. Yes, the final cup of the first pot of coffee is being done. So we're going to make that quick line. That's going to relay people a whole lot faster up to the spot where we need it. Tighter line, shorter line. Hopefully this works. And we're going to call this the core town coach. Oops, forgot to put the year again. It is 1831. Well, Brewski Oxcarts went in 1830, so we got to get him in. And this is 1831. So we know when we established a line. Now we're going to take and put 2 more stages onto the run between, because it's running full. Matter of fact, we might as well go 3. So let's find our express buggy, and we're gonna copy him twice over. So there's 4 of them, and we're going to put all 4 just right out on the line, because I have a feeling we're going to make money this way. Wrong button. Well, we only lost, what, 1,700 last year? That's not bad. That's not bad. At that rate, we've got a decade before we're in the negative. 1,800, yeah, a decade until we're in the negative, and then 2 more years and we'll be another year and we'll be bankrupt. But it's going to turn us around, and we're already starting to see that with in the black starting to appear here in January. Another thing to take a peek at is we were in the black all but the month of December. In December, we were only in the hole at $210. So, hey, wait a minute. What did you guys do? Where's your... I didn't click on it. I got to send them all back. This is going to be expensive. I sent out horses without the wagon. I put the wagon in front of the horse. No, I forgot to send out the horse or the wagon altogether. All right. So we're going to speed those guys back into the At least the other one looks like he's got it. All right. There we go. Those guys should start making us some money. And we do need to think about where I did that dig and the road, putting in a bus stop, road halt, as we'll call them for right now, because there aren't no buses yet. It's still coaches, coach halt. And we need to figure out the best way to deal with that, and I think I'm going to do it this way. We're going to do that with a coach, and he's going to pick people up. Monument stops are interchange points, so we'll just do it from Monument Stop. And there we go. Check our lists. Now we got to expand it a little bit. And we'll give ourselves a little bit of room because I have a feeling we're going to be growing the lists. 6 minutes in, a little bit, 7 minutes in now. Yes, I know. We put these into the depot. Hey, doggone it. It did it again, and you saw me put the thing on there, I swear. This is frustrating. Get those guys out and about, let everybody start running a little bit more. And I am going to put in a special relay one that's going to relay people from Town Hall to the market and back. Because it's pretty obvious we've got a large demand to go over to the market. And we're looking pretty good now. Looking very good. I don't see a set of horses running around without a cart, so that's good. I don't see oxen doing it either. That's good. I have done oxen before, and I've done horses numerous times. And with this good little line started up, let's take a peek at first the brewery. We are getting 112 passengers. Demand, the arrived is in the 20s. So yeah, that's going to probably need to have more people. It's going to take a while for that to get up to snuff. So let's look at the market. And the market's where we did find that thing where we found out we're going to have canned food down the road at some point, which means somewhere in the map, either before or after we grow it, and we can grow the map. We'll be showing you that once we've served everything on the map. Basically, the Public Service Commission has granted us a monopoly in this area, is what we're saying. Hey, speaking of which, what's one of my favorite things to do? We're basically saying that they are the legates in charge of the roads for Caesar. And we shall render unto Caesar as we go through this game. Our next thing might be to take and connect into Walmuth. But first, let's see how our finances are doing. We are $80 into the good. Our monthlies, yes, we're looking really good. Looking really good. Coming up on the end of the month. Will we break 100? That's the question. It's been up to over 300. The question is, will we stay above now? Yep. Didn't break 100. It doesn't look like, unless we get a really good delivery right here at the end. And this is the point where I might want to go in and take a look at last year. Oh, just barely into the black, but it's in the black. That's all we care about. Hey, we're going to pause the game for a moment. And yeah, that's still way too loud. We're going to take that down to there. Oof. All right, the reason I stopped the game is it's time to look. We've only got the trucks, so the most we can do is take a look at our month to month. And our monthlies, 349, 316, 138. This is after we started adding the passenger service in Malibu. So Malibu is going to be our moneymaker and passengers, I bet you. Looking at our lines, the buggies and stage lines. But the Brewski ox cart's making us money. The Grangers, because they are so slow, are going to cause us problems. They do lose money, but I need to move the grain to the brewery somehow. And I've just never found in this early stage an effective way to move them. Maybe we'll build a railroad at some point, but given how much it cost us just to build what we've built, and how deep in the hole we are, I don't know as if I want to right away. Because a railroad from here over to here and then back around would be expensive. I think we're going to stick with just being a cartage company for now. 14 minutes into the game. And somewhere between 15 and 20 is where I'm trying to cut these videos, guys. Trying to listen up big quieter. Looking at our other items that we can look at in the tool windows, and that's what we're kind of looking at. We saw our production. We're only transporting beer. He's got a storage of 2 that he's managing to hold. We're consuming just about all that we're sending over. So now it's time to see how much is still over here to get there. Storage, 246. You know what? We can put 2 more beer carts out there. 3 more. Let's do it. 3 more beer trailers onto the road. I'm kind of calling it bad brew for right now. I am open to having suggestions for names. There we go. And then we've got to watch for when it jams up. Get them going here so that they start moving, and we can watch and see how much that's going to affect our monthly profits. Now the dispatch is going to kick us at first, but we know that line was making money, so let's see if this is going to, with the brewery, make us a ton of money, a little money, or lose us big time. looks like it's going to make us a loss leader here. Then again, it made it above, and it made it better than last month. We made 158 by the end of the month. Our op costs are just a little too close. We can have a potential to make quite a chunk. But the other problem is we're paying almost 1,000 in road tolls to the Caesar, and Caesar is seizing our money. We may need to build our own roads, but then we got to pay maintenance on those roads, plus the construction costs amortized over time. How's the farm looking for storage? That's a good question. There's still a ton over there. It's on a downward trend slowly, but we're still producing more grain than we can transport in a period. So let's put out 2 more. Granger carts. They're loss leaders, but at the same time, going to need that grain over to the brewery so he doesn't bottom out on his storage. I need him to stay above about 25 to 50 so that there's room in case there is a gap on grain production. So let's get that grain moving. Let's get everything moving. We're into May on the speed run. And I brought it back down to normal speed. We've consumed and we've stored. So there's a lot of grain in storage here. Our arrivals are out producing our produced, aren't they? Yes. No, the production's still higher. Long term, so we should start seeing that change. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. It's 19 minutes. That's a good spot to end. I'm Callie Jack. I hope you've enjoyed episode 4 here on Expanding Worlds tutorial for Simitrans. We'll get to the expanding the world as we serve everything in this first small map.